Continuum is part of the Windows operating system. It enables a Windows phone to power a PC-like experience for Windows apps. So you can imagine walking into a dorm or home office and docking your Windows phone to a display, a keyboard, and a mouse. So what you see here, this is not a PC, but the phone is powering both of these screens. And Excel here is a Windows app that is scaling to the screen size and showing its adaptive layout. One of the things that we love is that the phone can continue to be a phone. So even when I'm using Excel, I can still use my phone for other applications, for texts, for phone calls, whatever. So Continuum, it allows you to have two apps, one app on your phone, one app on the connected screen, both being powered by your phone. Windows apps scale beautifully among these screens. And when you want to input with them, you can use keyboard and mouse, or a controller app that we designed to be a software touchpad. So now, I'm very excited to have Gino come up and walk us through a demo.
Gary, thanks to all of you in the room and those of you online. It's a privilege to be able to present to you today. Keep in mind, though, this is live code. This is a work in progress. There's some rough edges that you'll see. There's some glitches that I'm sure will come up during the demo. So keep that in mind. Bear with us a little bit. Now, before I get started, I've seen a lot of questions online over the past 24 hours about the accessories. Did this feature require any specific hardware or accessories in order to enable it? And the answer is no. As a matter of fact, for this presentation, what I have here is, this is a wireless setup that I'm doing, and I have a Windows phone, obviously running Windows 10 on it. I have a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse that are paired with the phone, and I have a Miracast receiver. This is an ActionTech ScreenBeam Pro Miracast receiver. Okay, so let's get started. Let's say I get a text message from a colleague, and they want me to update the number in our budget spreadsheet. So no problem. I'm actually going to copy that number to the clipboard, because I'll use it later. Now, okay, so this is Excel on the phone. Now, it's a universal Windows app, so it scales down. This is the small screen, the phone form factor, and layout, of course. But as Carrie said, this is kind of a dense file and be a little bit difficult to work with this on the phone. It'd be much easier to work with it on the big screen with a keyboard and mouse. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get this square for you guys. Let's get connected. I'm going to dock my phone here by opening up Action Center, clicking our new Connect button. There's my screen beam. I'll click that, and voila.
All right.
Welcome to Continuum. And I know this is going to sound really cheesy, but welcome to the future. So this is my phone start screen, right? It's exactly as I've customized it. My apps are in a familiar location, and it works great with mouse. Bring my mouse over here. I can scroll up and down. I can use right-click to customize it. There we go. I can do all the things that I'm used to doing on my phone with Start. And look in the upper left-hand corner here. There's my network strength icon. Over on the right is my battery icon and the clock. This is my phone, and this is my phone powering a second screen. But over here, if you bring your attention to the phone part of the picture-in-picture, I can go back, and there's Excel. Excel's still running there. Okay, so let's have a little fun here. Let's open Excel. We're going to bring it over to the big screen. I simply go to Start, click that, and there it reflows. So all that happened there was Excel received a window resize event and reflowed for the second screen. And look, this is Excel as I'm used to using it on the Universal Windows app on the big screen. It looks great. It works great with keyboard and mouse. And let's see, I want to go ahead and make that change. So keep an eye on the charts here. I right-clicked. I'm going to paste in there. Everything refreshes. It works just like Excel. This is a great thing about Continuum and about Windows apps is I have one binary, and I can design that to flow and rescale for different form factors, but it's one binary across all form factors. All right, so now I can continue to be productive here with my keyboard and mouse, but let's say I'm done working, and now I want to go downstairs and watch a movie on my TV. I have a Miracast receiver connected to the TV in my living room, so I can sit back on my couch and I can stream from my phone. But I don't have a keyboard, I don't have a mouse down there. So as Carrie mentioned, for that, what we built is the Continuum controller app. Now, if you look at this blue bar across the top of the phone, it says that I'm connected and it says tap to control. I'll go ahead and do that. And this is the controller app. Now, we're still working on this. It's still a work in progress here. But this operates just like a trackpad. So I'm going to go ahead here, and if I move my finger around on the screen, what you'll see is the mouse should move. Like I said, we're still working on this. It will move on the external screen. I can tap on icons to open them. I can tap on items within applications. If I tap in a text field in an application, the keyboard on the phone will come up, and I can enter text there. That will then be routed directly into the application running on the external screen. So last thing I'll leave you with is let's take that movie watching scenario and run it all the way through. I'm going to go and open our video app. And I have a video in here. There we go. We just posted this online yesterday. Let's do that on the external screen. Okay, there we go. Make sure I got sound turned down on this. Joe had his chance to speak yesterday. There we go. Okay, great. Look at this. It's an HD video. It's streaming really great to the external screen. It looks awesome. And now let's see what I can do on the phone. I'm going to go to Start. I might want to check my calendar. There that is. It's Outlook Mail app. Look at the video on the external screen. It's still running. If this were a child's video, and if you have kids, you've probably seen those the videos your kids like about 50 times. So it's great to be able to stream that video, check your email. Let's open email. Check it out. Not bad, huh? Now, I know what you're thinking, and I want to say we can do this with streaming video over the web, and it's still just as rock solid. It's great. All right, folks, that's a little brief overview of Continuum. Thanks, Carrie.
So Continuum enables a new class of low-cost, flexible hardware that can be powered by the phone. So what you're seeing here, this is not a laptop. This is a display and a keyboard, and there's no processor inside. The phone is powering this device to be just like a laptop. And here you can imagine taking away the keyboard and having a tablet. There's so many other ideas that we have. So one of the other great things about these devices is that they can be shared. So for example, in my household, I could be using this device, and then my husband can pick it up and can use his phone to power it and have a personalized experience with his apps, his data, his services. And my son can pick it up and use it for homework.
Okay, so now I want to show you one more app that actually did a couple of very small tweaks that make a big difference on the big screen. So File Explorer is another mobile-only application. And it's basically, there's two options. You can see my recent documents, or I can see all the documents on this device. This is very similar to the kind of information I would see on the desktop. So I'm going to go ahead and move this to the big screen as well. Watch start. Lovely. So whenever it moves, the folders actually just use a similar wrap grid style control, and so they reflow nicely to the big screen. Now, the thing I want to point out is that on the phone, the File Explorer actually had a tab menu that was hiding that those recent and this device options. But on the big screen, they opt to just leave this open permanently, which is much nicer for a desktop keyboard and mouse user. All right, so here I have Microsoft Word on the phone. You can see I have my Word document. Thanks, Gino.
There you go.
So I have my Word document. I could edit it here if I wanted to. And the main difference between Office on the phone and Office on the big screen is the controls. So instead of the traditional desktop ribbon that everyone's used to, I can actually use this bottom control to change things like my fonts, my colors, insert images, or do anything else. And this control is really optimized for touch and thumbs and doing things on the phone. So I want to actually move Word over to the big screen. Ta-da, awesome. Okay, I love when Office is on the big screen. So what Office does when it moves between screens is basically the first thing that happens is Office gets a window resize event. And when it gets that event, they have to make a decision if they're going to keep showing the phone UI or if they're going to actually exchange out those assets with the more desktop-friendly UI. And so if they decide to actually exchange those, then they need to tear down their old controls, save state, and reconstruct their app with the new controls, just like they did here. Now, Office is a really good example of an app that uses both tailored UI and very basic resize principles. The document itself actually just resizes to some percentage based on screen width. There's nothing really fancy happening with it.